of Oxford Plains Speedway, track owner Bill Ryan, and our entire staff, we welcome you to the 33rd annual Great Short Track Experience in New England, the TD Banknorth 250. What our year, our season, our off-season are all about. It all leads up to this, and the speculation, the talk, the rumor mill is closed. It's all over. We have Heat 1 on the racetrack. John Higgins from Bangor, the lucky dog who drew the pole in the 33X. And it is outside from about 1 mile up the street from Oxford, Maine. It is Chris Kennison. From Little Deer, Isle, Maine, in the 28X, that is Matt Eaton, and the 4R is Tony Rickey. 54 is Johnny Clark. He's part of the team that will furnish a car for Ricky Craven later on this afternoon. At the 60X, the veteran looking for his first win in the biggest race in New England and the biggest race of his own track from Center Conway, New Hampshire, Dale Shaw. 51 is the 2003 Oxford Networks Pro Stock Champion at OPS, Ricky Rolfe from Albany Township. And to his outside, it is Dale Shaw's nephew, Andy Shaw, in the 66, also from Center Conway. 14 cars, 10 of them are going to the Consi or worse. 4 will advance to the main event. Next time by, we go racing. Time to rock and roll. Race and run. And the New England Dodge dealers, Dodge Magnum coming to the infield. John Higgins, Chris Kennison. Your front row for the first qualifier at TD Banknorth 250 Sunday is underway. Kennison with the big jump, and Ricky drives around John Higgins. Now Dale Shaw to the outside. Here comes Johnny Clark to the inside in 54. Higgins having problems, gets into Ricky Rolfe, they go around. Trouble already on lap 1. Higgins sitting over the curb in turn 3. Still sitting there, not in a good spot. Kenny Tripp holding the yellow flag in his hand, and we may see it 1 lap down into this qualifier, yes. Picking up steam out of turn 3. They'll have a full head of steam in turn 4. Kennison, Ricky on the gas. Green is out. Kennison pulls away, but Shaw won't let him get away. Right up to the back bumper comes Dale Shaw. Johnny Clark right there as well on the inside, and Matt Eaton trying to fill the hole. Ricky with nowhere to go in the 4R. Ricky and Eaton touch a little bit in turn 1. They straighten it out. Andy Shaw has to lift as he and Ricky Rolfe get together just a little bit. And now Yaley trying to make some time on the inside in the 17. Ricky Rolfe getting racy. Wanted to pick up both Eaton and Ricky and get to the transfer spot there. Thought better of it. He's got 18 laps to complete the deal. Kennison, Shaw, and Clark up front. Now Ricky Rolfe gets aggressive, and guess what? Eaton and Ricky go around. Rolfe to 4th, but he's got metal flying off the side, fiberglass. Yaley right up to his back bumper, into contention, next in line for a qualifying spot. Kennison, Shaw, and Clark have broken away. The black flag for Ricky Rolfe, and that will make J.J. Yaley your fourth and final qualifier at this stage. Yaley getting a little aggressive with his back bumper. He is being warned by race officials that that won't be tolerated. Now Rolf slides up, goes to the pit area, and that will hurt his chances in the Consi. He will have a lousy starting spot in the consolation round, and now Yaley is in the show if he can stay there. Kennison won a heat race last year and then ran afoul of the technical inspectors. He wants to get in the show and be on the pole tonight. Dale Shaw not able to keep pace right now, but riding a strong second with about the same distance back to Clark. Then it's Yaley, then Travis Benjamin needs to make up some ground. So does Stan Meserve. J.J. Yaley, a late night flight from St. Louis after a bush race that was rain delayed and ended in the wee hours, and we've got caution. We've got one up against the fence. Please stay back. It's not safe to crowd along the fence. Let the rescue workers do their thing. Looks like Tony Rickey in the 4R, the driver from Westbrook in the Cushman competition number 4. They are on the scene to check him out. Dodge Magnum making the hard left-hand turn. Kennison and Shaw hitting the accelerator. Brilliant his back out. Shaw with a jump, and Dale Shaw from Center Conway, New Hampshire to the lead, but Rolly McDonald and John Higgins again involved in the spin in turns 1 and 2. Higgins still sitting there. McDonald drives away. Clark the second, Kennison around, clips Yaley on his way through. Yaley spins. Meserve involved. Caution. And that changes things. We had the draw at about 12:30. The pole sitter for Heat 2 is Jeremy Wolf. Ben Rowe drew the pole for Heat 3. Looking down the list, some surprise names on the pole. Some guys that might like to benefit from that in Heats 4, 5, and 6. Right now, Shaw and Clark getting serious and going back to green. Johnny Clark trying to hold and make a run on the outside, but Dale Shaw where he wants to be in the 60X. Now Clark with a surge at the end of the backstretch and through turns 3 and 4. Shaw on the bottom, reclaims the lead, but Clark switches places, zigzags to the inside. They touch. Can Shaw hold on? Clark lifts just enough to let him straighten it out, and just enough to take over the inside position. Out of turn 4 with 6 to go, still dead even. Shaw with the fender out in front. Kevin Kimball in a qualified spot at the moment with Bob Bilodeau giving chase. Shaw on the outside, now Benjamin making a bid on the bottom. Clark slams the door. Top 5 in single file, 5 to go. Shaw inching away a little bit, maybe about 3 car lengths back to Johnny Clark. Then it's Travis Benjamin, Kevin Kimball. He will try to hold off Bob Bilodeau. Dale Shaw has 3 laps to go. He started 6. Right now he's on the point. Yaley has made it back to 6th in the 17 Wolf Motorsports AAA machine, but he's got a long way to go and 2.5 laps to get in the show in this one. And Bilodeau has some work cut out for him if he wants to get around Kevin Kimball in the Step Guys 07. White flag flies for Dale Shaw. He's won so many races here at Oxford. He's never won the TD Banknorth 250, but Dale Shaw will be on the pole later tonight. Johnny Clark Benjamin, and Kevin Kimball all in the race. As for Bob Bilodeau, J.J. Haley, Rosie McDonald, Matt Eaton, Andy Shaw, John Higgins, and Ricky Rolfe, and Stan Meserve and all the others, come back a little later and try it again. In the 90 from Hiram, that is Walt Pugsley. He has a long way to go to get to the top four, which is where we cut it off. Dodge Magnum and racing Ron Prevost coming to the infield. Jeremy Wharf and Trevor Sanborn, the two youngsters, they are on it. Still side by side are Wharf and Sanborn. They are serious about leading the field and being on the outside pole later this evening. Sanborn by a nose. Trevor Sanborn was fast in practice. So was Jeremy Wharf, two of the top 10 cars in the first morning session. They are pulling away from the field together. Jeremy Wharf on the inside, Trevor Sanborn on the outside. Who will it be? 3 laps has not changed a thing up front. They are still door to door. Same can be said for Scott Alexander and Dennis Spencer. And how about John Fippen and Dave Dion? Craven getting into the mix now on the 25 VIP machine. Look at this battle between Jeremy Wharf and Trevor Sanborn. They have pulled away by half a straightaway, but nothing settled between those two kids. Lap 5 will go to Sanborn again, but not by much. Spencer on the outside, where he worked so well last night, as now Sanborn tucks it in behind Wharf. Craven 2 spots out of a qualified position in the 25. He is trying to follow John Fippen up through the pack. Sanborn trying the outside one more time up front. Fippen down low, Spencer up high. For the moment, Scott Alexander has third by himself. Craven and Dion, the champions, right there waiting for a mistake from somebody. Jeremy Wharf by a couple of car lengths now. Sanborn with a good distance over Scott Alexander. Spencer trying to hang on the outside, and Fippen wanting to get into the show now. Dennis Spencer Jr. in that 81. 10 laps on the outside and still on the bubble. Ricky Craven and Dave Dion with nowhere to go right now as Fippen and Spencer race side by side for the final transfer spot. Sanborn still trailing Jeremy Wharf down the backstretch. They are all alone in 1-2. Without a caution, they are definitely in the show. Scott Alexander holding on to third. Fippen now hits the curb in 4. multi-time track champion at many other Maine speedways with over 100 feature wins to his credit, trying to get into Maine's biggest race over one of Oxford's best. That is a late model stock car that Spencer is driving like a pro stock and driving the wheels off it. 6 laps to go for Spencer and Pippin for 4th. Ricky Craven is now the time. Is he thinking about an inside move to try to get around both of those gentlemen? Creeps up to the back bumper of John Pippin. Jeremy the Kid Wharf leads Trevor Sanborn, an even younger student of the game, in second. Scott Alexander third, and Pippin now fourth by half a car length. Scott Alexander third, Pippin alone in fourth. Here comes Craven on the inside. Craven now dealing with Spencer. If he can shake him, maybe he can say something to Pippin. Sticks the nose of the 25 underneath Pippin and turns him around. John Pippin spins in turn 1. How about that? And Dion in turns 1 and 2. Craven involved. White flag to Wharf, Sanborn, Alexander, and now Chabak. And we're under white. We will race back to the checkers. Pippin drives Wharf up high. Sanborn to the bottom. Can't make the move. Jeremy Wharf, your winner. Trevor Sanborn second. Scott Alexander third. And Chabak makes the show in the 29. Gary Smith, Sam Sessions, Chuck Colby, Jeff White, Sean Martin, Walt Buckley, Dave Dion, Ricky Craven, Dennis Spencer, and John Pippin coming back for the Consi. Official TD Banknorth 250 pennants and other great giveaways. TD Banknorth, the proud sponsor of the 33rd annual TD Banknorth 250. Going above and beyond. And Ben Rowe trying to do the same and get into the show. Green is out. Gary pulls in front of Cassius Clark. Maeda Sr. to the bottom to protect fourth. Cassius Clark looking for an opening door and nothing there. Clark to the outside now on Kurt Gary. Sizing up his competition for second. Clark trailing Gary down the backstretch, creeping up to the bumper, still nothing there. Maeda with Fleming behind him for the final spot. Brad Hammond around. He drives away and Clark continues his assault. On the second spot, Kurt Gary has it. Cassius Clark are just about even in turns 3 and 4 as Ben Rowe tries to pull away. Now Fleming inside of Maeda. John Fleming from the Maritimes, Maeda from South Portland, and Bill Wharf Jr. from Topsa. 3-car battle for the final transfer spot. Ben Rowe seeking his third TD Banknorth 250 title. He would start inside of row 2 if he could win this one. Gary, Clark, Maeda still working the outside of John Fleming. Clark all dressed up with nowhere to go, trying to get around Kurt Gary. And there's the age-old question. Cassius Clark is safely in the show. How hard does he push it? How hard does he want to get closer to the front and get around Kurt Gary? Gary slides up the racetrack. Clark to the inside. Clark will take second. Cash to second. Curtis Gary drops back to third. Fleming and now Billy Wharf looking for fourth. Wharf by a nose that time with 9 to go. Cassius Clark now on a mission, bearing down on Ben Rowe. Does he have enough time to catch him in 8 laps? Wharf the final transfer spot, then Fleming, Maeda, Dearborn, Brackett, Tardif, Kelly Moore. Putting Joe Turner down a lap, and he is drawing away from Clark now. Kurt Gary, a strong third. Without a caution, he will be in the big dance. Open hand atop the flag stand. 5 to go for Rowe. Clark, Gary, Wharf distancing himself from Fleming. Maeda in trouble in turn 4, loses 4 spots. Straight TD Banknorth 250s. Can Ben make it 4 tonight? Can Cassius do what his dad could not do almost 20 years ago and make it to the end and win his home track's biggest race? Curtis Gary, the newcomer, relatively speaking, in third, and Billy Wharf. After a tough season last year trying to make the show, he is safely in right now with 2 to go. Single-digit numbers atop the scoreboard. When they see the checkers, Ben Rowe in the 4 is first. Cassius Clark in the 8 will be second. Curtis Gary in the 7 will be third. And Bill Wharf Jr. in the 0 will be fourth. John Fleming, Richie Dearborn, Tim Brackett, Alan Tardif, Kelly Moore, Steve Carrier, Mike Maeda, Charlie Colby, and Brad Hammond. See you later. and Corey Williams getting set to go racing. Young TJ Brackett and forever young Al Hammond in row number 2. Scott Moore and the NASCAR superstar Kyle Busch. He's got to do some work to get to the top 4. Green is out. Brent Wiggins, all kinds of trouble handling the 78, and Kyle Busch gets into it. The NASCAR boys having their problems in round 1. And caution. Brent Wiggins drew the pole. He stayed there for about a 20th of a mile. Green is out. Williams with a jump as Brackett having trouble getting up to speed. With a healthy advantage over Al Hammond, who's trying to fend off Scott Alexander. TJ Brackett is on the outside. Nowhere to go, but hang on. And Chris Staples moving up quickly in the 5. Williams by half a straightaway. Brackett making a strong run on the outside. Pulling even with Al Hammond now. Alexander back to 4th and Ricky Morse up the inside. Staples now caught on the outside lane, and Scott Moore trying to pick up a spot on the bottom, and Scott Mulkern looking for racing room. Hammond shakes Brackett for the moment. Alexander still holding on to 4th. Ricky Morse needs to gain 1 spot. Williams by a bundle over Hammond. Alexander sticks the nose of the 15 underneath Brackett again. He reclaims 3rd. Brackett shuts the door on Morse. Hammond, Alexander, and Brackett. Morse, Moore, Morgan, Mulkern. Looking for a top 4 starting position. Scott Alexander looking for more than 15. We've got 1 Scott Alexander already in the main event. How about 2? This one's from the Canadian Maritimes, but TJ Brackett playing the welcoming committee right now. The Oxford regular tries to get back underneath him. Ricky Morse fading a little bit as Scott Moore applies the pressure, but that's only for 5th. They need to get to 4th. Hammond with pressure from Alexander and Brackett. Mulkern has to try the outside. The 84 has him stacked up like dominoes. Can he topple him over and get to the top 4? Hammond just protecting the bottom in the 1. The wily, crafty Oxford veteran. Alexander nowhere to go. Brackett checks up. Morse to the inside. Morse and Brackett touch. Scott Moore pulls the hole with the top 4. Mulkern to the inside, gains 5th. And Morse off the pace in the 29M. Brackett goes around on the backstretch. Lights him up and drives away. Alexander pulls to the outside. And Hammond get gets it going again. Williams, Alexander, Mulkern, and Corey Morgan now your top four. And Leon Hickman in the 5H, black flag. White flag for Corey Williams, who's got an easy ride in the 47. Scott Alexander, Canada, is second. Scott Mulkern is third. Corey Morgan, the Oxford regular, hanging on to fourth. Hit the curb in turn one. He doesn't really need to hold off Leon Heckman because Heckman's getting the black flag. Williams coasts across the line, your winner. Alexander, Mulkern, and Morgan. Then it's Pelton, Staples. Heckman will be penalized one lap and will have a lousy starting spot in the second consi. Junior in the 3, maybe Alan Wilson in 53. Chuck LaChance, always strong when he comes to Oxford and runs these long distance races, but he's got to run 20 and finish in the top 4. Dodge Magnum turns left to the infield. Dean and Tompkins on their way. Alan Wilson is serious already, picks up 5th to the inside of Keeble. At the front, Tompkins by a nose over Dean, who fights back on the inside. LaChance and Burrell still side by side. Now Tompkins falls into line second. Channell on the backstretch, Lloyd Garnett and Matt Lee. Caution is out as they are hung up on the curb in turn 3. Slow it down, boys. TD Banknorth, above and beyond, our good friends, bringing to you the greatest race in America. Dean and Tompkins, green flag. Burrell using the inside to his advantage. Wilson wanting to do the same. They squeeze past Tommy Tompkins. Tommy has to get down in front of Chuck LaChance to avoid falling out of a qualified position. He does for the moment. Top 9 all in line out of 4. Mr. Wilson to second. Alan Wilson, the 3-time champion of the Classic Charger division at Oxford. He just quietly has done his business in pro stock for over a decade. Right now, 1 spot out of the lead. Wilson and Baril content to run in single file for now. Tompkins is fourth with a slight advantage over LeChance, but here comes Patrick Lepearl, the young gun from Quebec, one spot away. His uncle Roger Lepearl, a qualifier for the TD Banknorth 250 in the past. Patrick led the race last year. He wants to finish that business this time around. 26 of Rob Stevens off the pace. The North Carolina driver troubles on that machine. Lepearl to the outside of Tompkins for fourth. Works the inside in turns 1 and 2. Nothing there yet. Ryan Dean just trying to hang on with 9 to go. Draw the pole, get the jump, and hold them off. That's Ryan Dean's recipe for success in Heat 5, but he has Alan Wilson and J.R. Baril in his mirror. And don't look now, but the 91 of Lepearl is on the charge. Patrick Lepearl from 13th to 4th with his mind on even more. Closes in on J.R. Baril. Baril slides up the racetrack. Pulls it down in front of Lepearl for the moment, but if he slides up again, he will lose third. Keeping the door closed for the moment. Tommy Tompkins trying to protect what he's got and get a good starting spot in the Consi. Lepearl now to the inside of Baril. Sticks the nose there. Baril wobbles a little bit, straightens it out. The Patriot Auto number 91 drawing a beat on Baril down the backstretch. Tries him again. Nothing there. Dean still leads. One, two, three, and four in a freight train. Then it's Tompkins. Patrick Lepearl is in the show, but can he start closer to the front? He will set it to the outside, trying to make his move on young J.R. Baril. Pulls just about even for third. Ryan Dean looking to pull off the upset in round number 5. Alan Wilson is content with second, it would appear. Lepearl has a nose in front for third. White flag. From Winterport, Maine, in the Bangor area, Ryan Dean will be your victor in Heat 5. Alan Wilson is second. Lepearl the charge to third, and Baril fourth. Tompkins, LeChance, Mayetta, Lee, Coombs, MacArthur, Hux and Tebow, and also Rob Stevens coming back next time around. Shaw, Jeremy Wharf, Ben Rowe, Corey Williams, White and Dean, who will complete the list of heat race winners? Will it be Gary Belfour or Russ Hersey? Mark Starbird or Gary Drew? How about Mike Well or Jeff Taylor? We'll find out. 20 laps, green flag. Hersey with the jump, bringing Gary Drew along for the ride on the outside. Hamlin off the gas for a moment. Hersey and Belfour still battling. Drew waiting for racing room. Gary Drew, Radical Rick Martin trying to find a way around Belfour and Hersey. Radical Rick to the inside, they stack up. Drew and Hersey get together. That's a bonsai move for 3 laps into a 20-lap heat race. And we will have caution as Drew and Hersey don't look like they're going to drive away from that one. Gary Belfour and Radical Rick Martin, your new front row. Belfour has been there since the beginning. Green flag. Yep, the 71 is coming to play on the outside. Already drives around Hamlin. Sets his sights on Russ Hersey next. Rowan Taylor on the outside, closer to the front. Rick Martin, your new leader. Martin leads, Rowe to second, Taylor to third, it would appear. Drives around Belfour with ease. Hamlin in lots of trouble in the 11th. Belfour trying to hang on to the final qualifying spot, but Travis Keel in the 44 would love to take it away from him. So would Paul White in the 15M. Belfour goes around, collects White, collects Posiello. Caution. And so much for Belfour holding on to that spot. Russ Hersey also involved in heavy damage for Belfour and White especially. And Porciello had nowhere to go in the 04. Denny Hamlin in the 11H King Motorsports. Main paper trade car, trying to get things sorted out. Maybe use this heat as a test session. Here we go. Rowan Taylor. The 2 all-time greats at Oxford. Rowe gets the jump. Taylor second. Radical Rick trying to creep up. Taylor slams the door. Will he go to the outside of Rowe? Keel is fourth. McCaig up to fifth. And look at Gary Drew, the 71, coming back to the front. Gary Drew right on McCaig's back bumper. And Scott Robbins, another former champion, creeping up into contention in Heat 6. Whoa, Taylor, Martin, and Keel. Trouble is McCaig and Robbins into the wall hard. Caution out. Robbins leaves a trail of fire behind and is coming out the right side of that 72. Scott's out of the car. How about a hand for Scott Robbins, your 2002 TD Banknorth 250 champion. And a scary ride for the driver from Dixfield. An update from Tech. Both Johnny Clark in the 54 and Alan Wilson in the 53 failed the inspection. They will start at the rear of the Consolation round. That puts Bud Bigelow in the TD Banknorth 250, and it puts Tommy Tompkins in the TD Banknorth 250. One of the biggest, greatest short track experiences in the country every summer since 1974. Lowe, one of only 3 men to win 3 titles. Looking for his 4th, looking for the heat race victory out of turn 4. Green flag. with a jump. Taylor falls in behind for now. Martin third. The battle was for fourth. McCaig inside. Keel outside. Halfway. Gary Drew looking to bounce back from that early crash. 2 spots out of the qualifying position. Right on the back bumper of fourth place, McCaig now. Horsey and White get together and right in a bad spot. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Slow it down in a hurry. And Mike Rowe, the veteran, sees that immediately. This has been a tough heat. Champion versus champion. Mike Rowe, Jeff Taylor on the point, leading the field to the green. Rowe again with a jump. Taylor trying to stay on the outside and fend off Rick Martin. Keel to fourth. Drew to the inside. Picks up fifth from McCaig. Gary Drew 1 spot out of it, trying to beat on Travis Keel down the backstretch. Can't close the gap this time. Taylor tucks it in behind Rowe. Top 5 in a freight train. Hersey around in 88. Ross Hersey once again brings out the caution. I don't know if that's strike 3 or not, but he's been involved in a few of them. Pace car, Dodge Magnum coming in once again and rolling Taylor at it again. And we've seen this movie before. Rowe with a jump, Taylor falling in behind, content to run second. Martin third, but Gary Drew has taken advantage of every caution and every opportunity, and he's back in the top 4. Gary Drew from Otisfield, Maine. From first to last and back up to the qualifying spot, the final qualifying spot of fourth. Travis Keel giving chase. Keel putting the move on Drew, taking it back, at least for the moment. They touch door to door. Slam bang and Keel takes it away. Mike Rowe, Jeff Taylor, it's their race. Rick Martin third. The battle was between Travis Keel and Gary Drew. One of them will get in, one of them will have to go to the Consi. Hamlin starting to get racy in the 11, putting the boots to Hersey. Finally gets past Hersey, moving himself up in the Consolation lineup. White flag for Rowe. Ben Rowe won heat number 3. Dad is going to do it in heat number 6. The defending champion, 3-time champion. Mike Rowe is your winner. Jeff Taylor second. Rick Martin third. Travis Keel fourth. Gary Drew, Denny Hamlin, Ross Hersey, Dan McCaig, Mark Starbird, and a few battered others to the consolation round. So far, not so good for the Cup guys. 0 for 4. starts 17th in this one. Has to get to third in 20 laps. Yaley, Smith, McDonald, and Sessions. Who are your three? Make your picks. Place your bets. Green is out. J.J. Yaley gets the jump. Gary Smith falls in behind. Then it's Sam Sessions, Rolly McDonald, Matt Eaton, and Chuck Colby. Sideways in turn one, they straighten it out, but Chuck Colby gets a run on the outside and takes it to fourth, and here comes Dave Dion. Dion between cars, nudges Colby. Dion inside to fourth, and now he has to catch Smith and Sessions. It's half a straightaway in front of him. J.J. Yaley your leader, Sessions around, Smith to second. The Berlin City Continental Paving 29 for Dion closing in, and Yaley wobbles in turn two. Smith and Sessions close in. Smith got into the back of Yaley. Yaley slides up. Gary Smith, the past competitor, pulls even with Yaley and has the preferred inside line on lap 5. Gary Smith from Bangor to the front. And Yaley will have to fight it out on the outside to hold off Sessions and Dion. J.J. Yaley second now, tucks it in behind Smith. Sessions closing in on him. Dion has cut Sessions, top four in a bunch. Sessions squeezes underneath Yaley, takes over second meeting. Caution is out. Trouble on the backstretch. John Higgins in the 33X involved in that one.
That's what I thought.
And Craven Garage area bound. Gary Smith, J.J. Yaley, Sam Sessions in like Flynn at the moment. Dave Dion and Rolly McDonald, the KG veterans, have some work to do. Ricky Rolfe, Oxford champion, in the hunt. Green is out. Smith and Yaley side by side as the NASCAR Nextel Cup Rookie of the Year contender sticks the nose out in front. Yaley sliding it through turn one, maintains the outside run. Sessions in the 0X, strong on the bottom. Dave Dion, one spot out of the money. Johnny Clark go around. Yellow flag, caution is out in lap 9. And Johnny Clark's long day's journey into night continues as he will go to the back once again. The cut is 3, and there are many more than 3 still out there. Who will it be? Who will go to the hooligan race? Who will give up and go home? Drink a cold one. We're about to find out. Green flag. Still even of Smith and Yaley and Sessions and Dion. Rolfe right there, using his Oxford experience. 10,000 in the 50-50 jackpot. Well, baby. Gary Smith, J.J. Yaley, and he's fighting to hold on now as Sam Sessions sneaking to the inside in the 0X. Dion up high again. Rolfe to fourth. Ricky Rolfe knocking on the door of the qualified position. If he can hitch himself to Sessions' back bumper, J.J. Yaley might be the odd man out. Yes, sir. Rolfe takes over the spot with authority. And Yaley just learned a lesson Oxford style. Oh, goes around as Yaley and Mizov get together. Dave Dion looks to the outside of Rolfe. They do Stan Meserve and J.J. Haley. We stay on the green with 6 to go in a side-by-side battle for the third and final spot. Dynamite David Dion standing on the gas down the backstretch. Pulls even with Ricky Wolf. Smith and Sessions are in right now. Dion has to get ahead of Ricky. He is that time. Hollywood Johnny Clark moving up to 7th, driving around Chuck Colby. Can he catch the leaders? Running out of time, 4 to go. Jeff White with a little love tap from Chris Kennison. That will force Clark to check up. Top 4 have broken away. One of them won't make it. 3 to go. Sessions right on Gary Smith's deck. Then it's Rolf, then it's Dion. 2 to go. Dave Dion pushing the issue one more time. Not afraid to go to the high side. He's done it 1,000 times. Can he do it once more? White flag. Smith of Bangor, Maine is going to the TD Banknorth 250. Sammy Sessions will get over last year's disappointment. And Ricky Rolf will lose out Dave Dion. And Sessions and Dion getting to know one another once again. Reunited, and it doesn't feel so good. Magnum and Racing Ronnie get set to turn. John Fleming and Richard Bubba Pelton loose for 20 laps of Consolation Racing. Keep an eye on Kelly Moore, Mike Marietta, Kyle Busch, a star-studded field, and they've got charged from the back. 3 is out. Healthy jump for Pelton. And now Chris Staples in the Dallas Oil number 5 to the outside, drives around John Fleming. Dearborn is 4th. Kyle Busch, the fastest car in morning practice, and he's putting on a show from the back. Watch the 5B. Fleming and Staples, your transfer cars. Dearborn next. Bracket after that. Busch currently 15th. Has to gain a dozen spots in 17 laps. As Dearborn gets the 33 to the inside of the 5 and pushes him out of the running. Tim Brackett scoots underneath Staples and gets within 1 spot of a transfer position. points to Ricky Morris. See ya, Ricky. Kyle getting a little bit frustrated. Couldn't get around Ricky Morris. Ricky left the door open. Kyle kind of filled the hole. Ricky kind of chopped down, and that's the end result. The 29M going around. Green, green, green. Pelton, Fleming, Dearborn, Brockett, and Kyle Busch sneaking up the inside. He's getting close. Double wide racing through the pack. Oh, Alan Tardif out of it. Steve Carrier saves it. Busch gains a couple more spots, up to 8th now. Kelly Moore is on the move in the Napa Bill Dodge 47. Moore side by side with Staples Brookhill. Pelton, Dearborn, and Brockett. Fleming 1 spot out. Moore 2 spots out. Busch 3 spots out now. Halfway. Trouble on the backstretch as Brad Hammond and Steve Carrier get together. That could be another break for Kyle Busch. Who gets underneath Kelly Moore to 5th? But it may not stand up because we've got caution. Is out and Kelly Moore sneaks up the inside, and so does Kyle Busch. Busch is 1 spot out as Brockett falling back, the 60. In trouble. Kelly Moore is qualified, but he gets a tap from Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch from the back to the front takes over 3rd. Pelton, Dearborn, and Busch, the top 3. Fastest car all day. You're seeing it run on the outside. You're seeing it work on the inside. He zeroes in on Richie Dearborn. Qualifying isn't enough for Kyle Busch. He wants to win this stinking consolation race. He goes to the inside of Richie Dearborn. Look at the 5 go. The Whited RV, Lux Enterprises, number 5, is 1 spot away from an improbable victory. Trouble in turn 2. Leon Hefford gets it off course, gets it back underway. Richard Bubba Pelton has led it all the way, but he's about to fall into the clutches of Kyle Busch. Busch leads at the line, lap 17. And he will run away, barring anything dramatic. You might want to change a pit to win the main event. I think I just did. Next time by, white flag. Richard Pelton, Richie Dearborn are qualified if they can hold off Kelly Moore for 1 more lap. Kyle Busch dropped the hammer and put a whooping on him. He's your winner. Richard Pelton 2nd, Richie Dearborn 3rd, Kelly Moore, TJ Brockett, Scott Moore, Alan Tardif, Mike Maeda, Al Hammond, and others. Hooligan That's Kyle Busch. You'd think he was sitting in his race car, but he's trying to get the lead the same way. LaChance, Hamlin, Marietta Jr., Matt Lee sneaking up the low side of Ross Hersey. Denny Hamlin gets into the left rear quarter panel of LaChance, who slams the door on Hamlin and sends him for a spin. Two can play that game, says Chuck. Welcome to Maine. After that scary fire in the heat race, Scott Robbins with an unfamiliar car, some duct tape numbers, a little generosity from Bill Wolf Jr., shades of last year when he loaned Jim Weymouth one of his backup cars. Green is out. LaChance and Marietta Jr. side by side down the backstretch, door to door, going at it hard for first and second. Russ Hersey and Matt Lee doing the same for third. Chuck LaChance using up every inch of racetrack to keep Mike Marietta Jr. at bay. Matt Lee trying to take advantage on the rail in the 20. Up to second now. LaChance, Lee, Marietta, and now Paul White. Mike Marietta Jr., nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. He's got to hang it to the outside and hope he can stay there. You can run on the outside at Oxford now, but the cars are so equal, it's hard to pass. Matt Lee applying pressure, giving Chuck LaChance a little bit of a broom horn. Paul White, Mike Marietta Jr., side by side for the third and final spot. Joey Porciello in the hunt in the 04, and Keel is there in 44. The Pass Outlaws, well represented as Matt Lee and Paul White move into second and third. Chuck LaChance hanging on at halfway. Chuck LaChance, not the fastest car by any stretch of the imagination, but he's protecting the bottom well. Mike Marietta Jr. fading up high. Porciello picks up another spot and gets closer to the top three. Travis Keel trying to follow him. Top three, approaching traffic, LaChance, Lee and White, Porciello, now Keel to the outside. Travis Keel making a run, using every ounce of racetrack that he can. Bellafleur and Combs get together. Doug Combs, hard luck for the second day in a row in the 57. Lee looked outside, looks inside again. Bellafleur is rolling, and we stay green. Next time by, 3 to go for Chuck LaChance. White flag this time by. LaChance has led it all the way. He fought off Denny Hamlin. Can he fight off Matt Lee? White flag. Chuck LaChance will win Consi number 3. Matt Lee is second, and Paul White going to his first TD Banknorth 250. Keel, Porciello, Tebow, Allen Wilson, and Hamlin to the hooligan race, along with Maeda Jr. and Robbins. Dion and Moore on the front row. Keel and White, row number 2. TJ Brackett, Joey Porciello. Make your picks, strap in, hang on, 50 laps, 1 to advance. Green is out. Dynamite David Dion down the backstretch. Kelly Moore second. Jeff White, the Oxford regular, tucks it to the inside. He's third. Jeff White underneath Kelly Moore. They race side by side for second. Travis Keel being patient in fourth. Dion inches away down the backstretch. 2, 3 car lengths, and Rob Stevens loops it, drives away. Jeff White now up to second by his lonesome. Travis Keel trying to pick up third from Kelly Moore. Leaders come up on Stevens. He gets out of the way. Kelly Moore trying to take the spot back from Travis Keel, but Keel moves into third. Moore trying the inside, trying to regain what he lost to Travis Keel. And Dion pulling away. Moore and Keel get together, and there goes Travis. And he's not happy, I betcha. Jeff White has a good distance now over TJ Brackett and Kelly Moore in that battle for third. And Brackett loops it and just misses the sand pile and a couple of photographers. Denny Hamlin getting it hooked up in the 11. He's starting to learn the nuances of OPS. Picks up a spot on Mike Maeda Jr. Squarely in the top 10, or at least on the fringe. Dave Dion on a Sunday drive right now with 14 down over Jeff White. Kelly Moore and now Chris Kennison are bid for third, and Moore smoking. Treble in 3. Alan Wilson, Scott Moore, Kirk Tebow, Mike Maeda Jr. Caution is out. Jeff White with a jump on Dave Dion. Kelly Moore applies pressure on the inside, and White has to fall into second. Here comes Chris Kennison trying to join teammate Gary Drew in the race. Chris Kennison, the youngster from Oxford, making a hard charge on the outside. Pulling even with fellow Oxford regular Jeff White. Hamlin closing in on the leaders. Kennison gets around White. Moore gets underneath. Porciello is there to pick up a spot. Kennison second and closing a little bit maybe. Dennis Spencer moves into fourth to the inside of Porciello, and he brings Denny Hamlin along for the ride. Top 5 now. Dion, Kennison, Moore, Spencer, and Hamlin at 20 down. Make it 21. Craven is 8th. Johnny Clark is 9th. Deeper in the field, Tim Brackett in trouble. And Alan Wilson nowhere close to the front. Kennison creeping up on Dave Dion, and we are halfway home. car lengths. Then it's Kelly Moore, Dennis Spencer trying to hold off Denny Hamlin. Porciello, Clark, Craven. Hamlin finally gets around Dennis Spencer to fourth at lap 28. He probably could use a caution flag. Right now, Dion wants no part of it because Kennison is at a safe distance for now. Dave Dion coming up on some heavy traffic. Will that play a role? Kennison hopes so. Craven off the pace in the 25. Trouble for the VIP car. Dave Dion, under 10 to go with Kennison at bay. Then it's Kelly Moore, Denny Hamlin, Johnny Clark. Clark in danger of missing the TD Banknorth 250. Next in line for that $1,000 consolation prize, Denny Hamlin. He will be a strong third, and I got a feeling we'll see him too in a few minutes. Dion wins. Kennison, Hamlin, Johnny Clark, Joey Porciello, your top 5. And we are getting set for the biggest short track race on the East Coast.
No stranger to Oxford Plains, a 3-time winner himself, Dynamite Dave Dion! Yeah, they know your name. Good to see you again, Dave.
Yeah, thank you very much. Boy, it's been a long day.
Yes, it has, and it ain't over yet. The best is yet to come.
Well, this is the fun part, though. It's fun running the 250 because you get strategy and the crew's involved, and when it's not handling, you ease up, get some tires that come back. It's truly fun when you drive that. But this trying to get in this thing, it's awful.
Now, you remember what happened to the guy that won the last chance race last year?
I heard about it.
He went on to take checkers.
He stuck his head in the window over there and said, "Wow, what a mess you got yourself into." I said, "You already make it?" He said, "I made it in the heat." I said, "Wow, what a sissy you turned into this year."
Fantastic. So you're ready to go? And any more adjustments to be made? You think it's right?
Well, I'm sure the Dion brothers will adjust it some more. I was supposed to pay attention. That was a good practice session there, so I better go back with some knowledge from them.
They just can't leave it alone.
No, they can't. I mean, we've got a long ways to go and an awful lot of good people trying to catch up to.
How great is this? Winner of the last chance race, Dynamite Dave Dion! All right, our second place guy, we've got a special presentation here, and I'm going to turn the mic over right now.
Half race out in America, we'd like to present you this check for $1,000 in memory of Joe Jacobs, past race. I know you're around the L racing, but it'll help you with your time, though. I'm sure they'll announce it on the press conference on Wednesday, whenever. And we're hoping we're going to have to take it, but it's better than going home and not. So we really appreciate it. American racing is great. Thank you very much.
Good job. Chris Kennison, everyone.
A tribute to the Westboro Speedway. Journey back through time with photos, films, and videos. Experience the cars, the stars, the way it was. Through the 50s to the 80s at the High Bank Quarter Mile Speedway. Plus, a look at the 2001 Westboro Speedway reunion. Order now by calling 888-RACE-VIDEO or 603-679-6796. Now you can own a part of racing history. Stars of the Winston Cup Series compete on a local short track. Not just an exhibition, but real wheel-to-wheel, no-holds-barred racing. Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Morgan Shepherd, Ernie Irvin, Jeffrey Bodine, Davey Allison, and many more, racing pro stocks against local drivers. To order your VHS copy in hi-fi stereo sound, call toll-free 888-RACE-VIDEO. That's 888-RACE-VIDEO.